Hello, Texas! We are so happy to be here for another week. It is June 11th, talking with women in business and female entrepreneurs. But first, let me welcome my fabulous, amazing co-host. Welcome, Wendy Morales.
Good morning, Michelle, you beauty. And good morning, Texas. So happy to be here with you this Saturday morning.
Yes. And obviously, Natalie is not here. She is enjoying her vacation, but we have a VIP co-host filling in for Natalie this week. It is our regular entertainment contributor, Camille Coward, bringing the power the entire show today. Welcome, Camille.
Hi, ladies. I'm so happy to be here. I can't wait to see Natalie. I hope she's having a great time wherever she's at. But hey, as an actor, I'm always ready to take someone's spot. No, I'm kidding.
That's right, Camille. And for all of you today, we have an amazing show lined up for you. A little bit of everything, ladies, from navigating the job market to blazing hot swimsuits and leveling women up in leadership, as we love to do here on the Connect Show every Saturday.
Yes, but first, let's check in with Camille. Camille, people need to know you, not only with your eSpot podcast, but growing up in the industry. Tell us everything. We can't wait to learn.
Well, I don't even know where to start with these conversations sometimes, but I did grow up with both of my parents working in the film industry. My father, he's a producer, production manager, assistant director. He worked on everything from Friday, New Jack City, Jason's Lyric, Girls Trip. And then my mom, she was a stunt woman. She did everything. Now she does mainly the artwork that you see on me. And she's also a commercial actress as well. So she's, as Tupac would say, she gets around.
Such a talented family, Camille.
Yeah, I was really lucky.
Mm-hmm. Right, Michelle? And so, Camille, you're here with us each week. What advice do you have for the new podcasters?
Well, I have to mention that when I first started off, I did not have this amazing equipment you see in front of me now. Oh, no, I was using my daughter's Xbox, and today I had some technical issues. So I'm actually using like this $30 Amazon hookup. But I would say, get the best quality audio that you can afford. So that's why my podcast is video as well. So I have it on YouTube. I have it on Facebook. I also go live on LinkedIn occasionally as well with it, just for that reason, because it's easier for me to edit than just the wiggly lines of audio.
I love your advice. I love everything you do. And you literally do it all. Oh, I love you. You really do it all. And you also do a lot of social justice work, which we're just always so impressed by you. And talk about a little bit of that space in your life.
Yeah. So I think everyone was really moved when they saw the video of what happened to George Floyd, because I'm part of the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists here in Raleigh-Durham, because I used to be on radio as well. So that's why I joined. Even police can make mistakes. And what happened to George Floyd was awful. So I also am involved in different voting initiatives here. Some are nonpartisan, some are. And just the idea is just to help people realize what a big difference they can make in their community by voting. It's so important for entertainment to portray stories that represent real situations that are happen and real people, so that people can see themselves, but also understand that there's other options in life, because sometimes you have to see it to achieve it.
Yeah. Camille, again, we are so just impressed by your heart and your passion and just your positioning for justice and for equality and for accountability. Girl, that's why we say Camille Coward bringing the power, because you bring it on every aspect of life, girl. And we're so grateful. So stay tuned, Texas. Camille, our girl, is going to stick around the entire show. And coming up next, we talk the job market, promotions, and more with Katie. Trust me, you're going to want to take notes and stay around for this one. And later, we talk to Sierra Sumler all about Blaze and Swim swimsuit line that will get you ready for the summer. Are you ready? Do you have your perfect swimsuit? Well, don't miss it. Stay tuned.
If your Facebook ads are not performing up to standard, here are 3 things that you may be getting wrong. Number 1, you're not creating click-worthy ads. When people come across your ads, you want to make sure that they're compelling and that they're actually resonating with the ideal customer. Number 2, you have poor targeting options. If you're targeting the wrong people and you're bringing the wrong people into your sales pipeline, you're not going to get any conversions. You need to make sure that you're growing your email list so that you can use your email list to create a lookalike audience, and also create a lookalike audience based off of your Facebook engagers, your Instagram engagers, and also your website engagers. And then number 3, you want to make sure that your website is compelling, and you also want to make sure that your website is not messy. You want it to be user friendly so that when people come to your site and they can take the action that you want them to take. For more digital marketing tips, follow me on Instagram at Majorca Digital, and please feel free to check out my website at majorcadigital.com.
Welcome back, Texas. Our next guest is a true boss babe. Katie, once a Division I athlete, she is now helping others graduate and job seekers navigate their way to the right career. This sounds like such an incredible resource for all you graduates out there, coming at the right time because she's coming in hot. Welcome to the show, Katie.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We are so excited to have you on the show. What we love about your platform is that it was born out of your own personal story. Tell us a little bit how Career Ignite was born.
Yeah, absolutely. So as a college athlete, I didn't have time for internships. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I fell into my job of technical recruiting. So I absolutely love it, 5 years into it. And, I was just thinking, how I wish I had someone to help me along the way with what I've learned. So that's really how I got started, and I haven't looked back. So it's been fun.
That's wonderful, Katie. And the job market is really hot and many people are moving around. What advice would you give to ensure that those folks are not leaving money behind on the table?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing is to ask. A lot of the times people are a little bit hesitant about asking about money and negotiating. So that's the biggest thing, is to really be bold and own it, and to back up your ask with research, right? So you're going to want to know, what the salary is in regards to your industry and location, and really back that up with numbers. But you're never going to get it unless you don't ask. So that's the biggest thing that I see.
I love that so much. I know on here, the Connect Network, we always talk about how your network is your net worth. And so it really is all about who you know, and going into building your network and net worth. And how can they approach that topic of promotion?
Absolutely. So there's a few things that I really like to suggest to people. The first thing is to plan your move, and really make sure that you're prepared before you go in and ask, right? Promotion goes into self-promotion, right? So this is about setting yourself up for that in the best way possible. Who you are, what you've done, and what you're capable of doing next. So those are the big things that I suggest when you're looking to plan for your promotion.
So let's talk resumes and cover letters. Are those still a thing? And what are the basics of starting the job search for those who are looking?
Yeah, absolutely. So having your resume, your cover letter, and your LinkedIn are the 3 holy grail foundation for your job search, right? You're going to want to have those done and looking crisp and great and showcasing yourself to really jumpstart your job search. So I always start with that. But just really, it does get a little tedious and monotonous. So that's another big thing, is creating, a great routine for yourself that's going to push the needle every day towards getting your next new job.
Absolutely, Katie. And as Michelle mentioned, you have actually lived this and you've experienced it firsthand, the applying for jobs. So now that you are coaching others, how can those watching the show connect with you and work with you? What do you have to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do anything and everything. So I'm very passionate about my career coaching business. So I do sessions 1, 3, and 5 session packages. So you can reach out to me by email on career.ignite.bykatie@gmail.com, or you can, reach out to me through my website or my socials. I'm on TikTok at career.barbie and Instagram at career.ignite.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All of this information is so essential, but we hope that everyone out there is enjoying this next level conversation. Up next, we chat with Sierra Sumler, who is serving up summer hotness with her swimsuit line, Blazin' Swim. I cannot wait for you to see this. And later, we talk boss moves, leadership, collaborations, and more with creator of Boss Track, Michelle Harris.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Yo, this is Master P. Keep up with Natalie at the Connect Network.
Welcome back, Texas. We have creator and owner of Blazin' Swim, Sierra Sumler, with us. She is breaking down all of the summer looks that we need to know when it comes to swimwear. Ladies, we're so excited for Sierra to be here. Welcome, Sierra.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Sierra. Oh my goodness.
How are y'all?
We are so excited to learn about what you have created, and summer is here. I cannot believe it's already here. And
Yeah, it
it's
is.
literally the perfect time to talk about swimwear and swimsuits. So let's talk about how Blazin' Swim began.
Well, basically, my hobby is swimming, so I enjoyed it. My dad taught me. So yeah, my purpose came with swimming, and my mom always said, "Well, you look good, you feel good." So my spectrum all fell into one. So I'm like, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna swim, but I'm also gonna put my swimwear all together so everyone can feel great when they're wearing or vacationing and everything like that. So
Sierra, your mom was right because, girl, you look very good. So
thank
beautiful.
you. Thank
Can
you.
you imagine if your swimsuit line is the same? And product-based businesses and retail are tough. So we would like to know, what are some of the biggest obstacles that you have had to overcome?
Basically trying to find the perfect manufacturer. And of course, everything isn't going to be perfect, but starting off small and growing was my main goal. So no matter what happened, I had kept a positive attitude to work with other people, but also being consistent and comparing, especially since we live in this big social media world. So yes, I'm a small business, but we have also other forms of small business that do the exact same thing as me. So I had to keep in mind the bread theory. You have all these different brands of bread, but you stand out from everybody else for your particular reasons and your particular pieces. So I feel like those were the top 3 reasons on why what was difficult and the obstacles I had to deal with when coming up with my business.
Wow, that's so good. I absolutely love the bread theory because there are so many brands out there. We're expanding on that bread theory. There's so many brands that it's so essential to never compare, and your just love for swimming that really elevates you. And your passion for this too, girl. You're so stunning and beautiful. What advice would you give them, particularly in with manufacturers? I imagine it's tough sometimes.
Yeah, my very first thing is holding yourself accountable. So I think I struggled with that as well, knowing that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So accountability is one, and then consistency. Make sure you're staying on track. Like, make a list, get a book. I write everything down, anything that comes to my hand or my mind. Try to keep all those thoughts together, because that might create a whole new business branching off into the first one. So you never know.
All right, so let's talk summer fashion. What are some of your swimsuit trends? Like, what should we be wearing? What should we be on the lookout for? And what are your best sellers?
So basically, I feel like my best sellers right now are monkinis. It's basically a one piece, but it does show a little bit more skin. I'm gonna have a variety of everything. So people travel, they go to resorts. I'm gonna have a resort style wear for men and women. I'm gonna have mommy and me. I'm not a mom yet, but you never know. Like, I want to cater to everybody. We're gonna have men's. We're gonna have accessories. So also fringes. Like, that's one of my faves. That's one of the best sellers. So I'm gonna come out with some fringes, 2-piece, 1-pieces. So those are gonna be awesome. I just can't wait to give it to the world and see what it produces.
I can't wait to see.
Monokinis are my favorite. I love those so much. So I can't wait to shop. So share with us what is next for Blazing Swim, and how can we go shop with you?
So basically, the next big thing for me is just expanding and hopefully becoming my own manufacturer. I want to be able to sell my company within Walmart, Target. I want it to be affordable for everyone. And you can reach us on our Instagram. It's going to be at Blazing Swim Co. You can reach my Instagram at Marvelous Seed. Contact that in the bio. We also have www.blazingswim.com. So you guys, you can hit that link, and that will be awesome. You can reach us there. Any questions, you can do there as well.
Man, Sierra, all this information, all the entrepreneurship advice with the manufacturers is so important for so many people who are wanting to become an entrepreneur. So we're just so grateful for your journey. We all cannot wait to shop all those incredible looks. And we hope that you were taking notes, because this is such great information. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Next, we sit down with Michelle Harris, and later we wrap up the show with our guest co-host, Camille Keller, talking entertainment over at the Eat Spot.
Hey, beautiful people, it's Major Mr. This is why I love you. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Motivational and inspirational daily quotes are useful for everyone. They provide wisdom and knowledge, and they inspire us to move forward. Quotes appeal to your subconscious, and they help you own your power. Keep your thoughts positive daily with the book, Harvesting Your Thoughts, Emotions, and Actions. Available only on Amazon.
Welcome back, Texas. Welcome to the Connect Show. Our last guest today is on a mission to help women level up in their leadership and connect and create community. Joining us today is Michelle Harris from The Boss Track. Welcome, Michelle.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, oh my goodness. Hi, we're so excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us today. We love how your platform is all about leveling up women, because it completely aligns with our heart here at the Connect Show. And for those who don't know, can you please share a little bit more about what Boss Track is all about?
Sure, of course, yes. Boss Track is a women's leadership development company. We are women-centric and focused on diversity and inclusion. We're focused on training and development, community, and mentorship. Our mission is to cultivate women's leadership growth through inclusive content, courses, advocacy, community, and joyful, uplifting experiences. Because we want women to not only succeed as leaders, but feel encouraged and excited about it too.
Michelle, so it's no surprise you have 25 years of experience in this space. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Talk to us a little bit about your journey on getting here.
Well, thank you for asking. It's always so hard to talk about me, and honestly, I never wanted Boss Track to be about me. With that said, bear with me if I sound a little awkward as I talk about it. But as you mentioned, I have 25, actually probably over 25 years of experience. I took my first leadership role only 6 months out of college. Early in my career, I joined a spin-off organization. It was a consumer packaged goods organization. I helped them build their finance team from a handful of people to over 50. It was over leveraged, so I also had the opportunity to help them navigate through bankruptcy and then through an acquisition. And in my last position, I was an executive at a private equity-backed retail and healthcare company. And I helped them through around 150 acquisitions and then eventually helped them with a significant sale to Goldman Sachs. And once we sold, I decided it was time to find my own purpose. And I started to develop the idea for Boss Track so I could share my love for learning and leadership. And here we are.
An instrumental part of Boss Track is mentorship and networking. Talk to us about the type of community and the type of women that you work with at Boss Track.
I love networking. I've always loved networking and meeting people. I found, though, that networking just the word networking puts people in defensive mode, and they generally don't like it. But I like to reposition it and think of it as relationship building. Generally, that's kind of a foundation of Boss Track is we wanted to have peers and mentors because peers and mentors and sponsorship are so important as you move up in your career. We provide women with a space where they can network with peers to share ideas, ask for advice, and generally network. It's actually a great place to form your hype squad too if you don't have one yet.
That's great. And Michelle, you mentioned the 8-week leadership accelerator program. Why 8 weeks? And what can someone expect to accomplish once they complete your program?
Well, I'd like to talk about the program itself first. Like you said, it's 8 weeks, and it's an leadership accelerator program where we talk about transitioning from an individual contributor to a leader. So our next cohort program starts on July 11th. We have a great lineup of star coaches from industries. Lastly, like what you can expect during the program is every week we release a new module, and that is online and self-paced, completely interactive and engaging. And then during that week, you have a 1-hour group coaching call with the coach that you're assigned to for that week.
Oh, that's amazing. So where can everyone follow you and register to become part of the Boss Track?
Thank you for asking. We have our, again, July 11th program starting up soon. And we're signing students up. You can go to our website. It's www.thebosstrack.com. And you can find us really in quite a few different places. We're on Instagram at The Boss Track. We're on LinkedIn and other channels. We have a weekly newsletter you can sign up for if you go to our homepage. And then lastly, if you can't figure out what you need through any of those channels, you can definitely reach out to us by email at hello@thebosstrack.com. And we really encourage you to do that. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, Michelle, it has been such a pleasure learning about the resources. Everyone, seriously, today is all about resources and what an incredible opportunity for women not only to be connected, but to arise in their leadership. So ladies out there, if you're ready to level up in your leadership, build community, and have accountability for what's next, Michelle, the Boss Track sounds like that is the perfect fit. So thank you so much for dedicating your life to making others better and leveled up. So we just are so grateful that you came in today. Up next, we are wrapping things up with Camille Cower and her weekly entertainment news at the Ink Spot. Stay tuned. What a great show today. Thank you to all of our guests. Please make sure you go and follow them, Katie, Sierra Slumber, and Michelle Harris. And if you are ready to bring your brand to television and you want to feature your brand on TV, it is possible. It's not out of reach. Here at the Connect Network TV, you can make that a reality. It's time to level up your business and be seen for all you've done and created. You register today at theconnectonline.com.
And we are leaving you with some entertainment news to kick off the new spring season with Camille Cower bringing the power.
Hi, ladies. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you, not since the top of the show. Well, let's get ready for summer, right? So the big thing is, of course, next weekend is Father's Day. But before that, we got to get some gifts for ourselves, right, ladies?
Always.
Yes. Yes.
So some of my favorite things to talk about, of course, is skincare. And one of the things that I love telling people about are things that you can do that are non-invasive, but will give you that little summer glow or quick fixes, as I might say, just so you don't have to necessarily go under a needle or go to sleep to get it done. So one of those is Ultherapy. Ultherapy gives you, it's the way they use the machine, they use an ultrasound, and the idea is that it's damaging the collagen underneath, or it's making it think it's damaging. So it starts recreating and it starts lifting. So a lot of people will notice a more chiseled chin line, and men are getting it done to also bring more definition to the chin, so you can even get his and hers for Father's Day. Just an idea. And for those of you like myself who are obsessed with having high brows, you can get your brow lifted as well, so then they can be to the gods. I'm telling you, just saying, that's an option. And of course, you all know how much I have recently become a Botox fan. And another great one, of course, is filler. People are using it not only just to fill the lips, but also some people are using it they have the more downturn here at the edges of the mouth that might give into that RBF effect. And finally, kind of coincide with our swimsuits, there's laser hair removal. It is one of those things that you do have to be very careful about being out in the sun. So wherever you might get lasered, just cover it up with sunscreen and make sure it's reef safe sunscreen if you're going out into the ocean, because we want to protect our oceans and and the water life out there, right? So that's my tips. And of course, there's so many great films coming out this summer, and I will have that for you next weekend for sure. Follow me on all my platforms, but you can find all of those at CamilleCower.com. And of course, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter. Everything's listed there, and LinkedIn if you're trying to hire me. Yeah, just on that boss trap.
Shout out. Listen, you are someone that people would want to hire. So absolutely check her out. She's incredible. We love her on the screen, behind the screen, at all the platforms, on our podcast. And we enjoyed it all today. I mean, right, ladies? It was just so much fun, and we hope you did too. Remember, you can catch all of our past episodes on our YouTube channel. Binge watch the Netflix style at Natalie's Network.
We'll see you next week.